sure this is like somewhat straight, I guess. So it's been officially a year since Like That and Kendrick shook the fucking game. It's been an entire year since Drake bled out in front of the whole world. I just kind of wanted to give my little quick thoughts about it. And kind of like a quick recap, I guess you could say, of kind of the events surrounding it, the whole beef. I really enjoyed that whole time. Me and my friends, we had the group chat going the entire time the beef was going. We were back and forth, putting in the chat as soon as a song or something was dropped. We were all right in the chat waiting to post it. If I still had some of those texts, I'll probably post them up, but I don't think I do. But anyways, it's crazy, right? It kind of all, again, I'm just going to do a little quick kind of recap, because I also really hope one day we're going to get the truest, most detailed breakdown of this beef ever, because I really, truly think that we might not get that for a while, because there's so much shit in there, and I'm gonna forget a bunch of shit, but there's so much shit that happened around this beef that made it interesting and made it something to keep track of, and made it such a big pop culture phenomenon, you know. I'm trying to think what like, I want to start with first person shooter, but to be honest, well, it's hard, because first person shooter was on Scary Hours, was on For All the Dogs, and For All the Dogs, he made that track, but then he also dropped Scary Hours, which was a For All the Dogs Deluxe, and on that one, I know he had a couple tracks. I think it was on Scary Hours, where on one of them he said something like, "Who gives a fuck if Michelle Obama puts you on a playlist, then we never hear from you again like you was taken." And he is referencing Kendrick on that song. And that was like one of the first few shots. But even before that, people been forgetting, bro. This shit's been happening for a while. Like, the Sticky and the Hillbillies songs that came out, where they were both kind of like upbeat, like, I think you would say Jersey music type shit. And Kendrick and Keem dropped theirs after Drake, and it sounded fire. Apparently at some point Drake had said that he fucked with Keem's music a lot. He fucked with Melodic Blue. So that was super interesting. And then at some point after that, Family Ties and Hillbillies, or not Hillbillies, Range Brothers comes out with Family Ties having the whole Kendrick smoking on your top 5 shit. But then before that, or maybe not before that, but at the end of that song, Keem again references, I assume, Drake, where he says, number 2 DMing my bitch. I assume Drake would be number 2, right? So even then, around the time where Drake was assumingly big up in Keem was saying something like that. It's very strange, but maybe that just has credence to people saying, you know, about Drake's dirty macking and him wanting to be with the chicks and shit. Anyways, so those two came out, and then the For All the Dogs and the Scary Hours came out, and the Red Button and all that, right? And after First Person Shooter, which had the Michael Jackson reference, with one of them at least, with the glove and end of the track, beat it, one away from Mike, and that kind of started the whole I don't know if I started again. I can't remember. There might have been something else before that, but that kind of helped with the whole Drake is Mike and Kendrick is Prince thing. That they kind of went back and forth with through the beef, which was also another little through line, which made it really dope. They kept kind of rebuttaling each other with the Mike Pence schemes. And I think Kendrick kind of probably sided with Prince more anyways, just from his own personal kind of view on things. But there was that. Then Like That came out. Like That came out. We heard it was on the Future Metro project, We Don't Trust You. The name of it was interesting to us. I think that was when we were getting hints that Metro and Drake were beefing. So it was We Don't Trust You. They had a Kendrick track. Kendrick ended up being on there, talking shit, doing his shit. You know what happened. We all know what happened. But then on top of that, there were other people on that album that were dissing Drake too. There was Weeknd, there was A$AP Rocky, and then they dropped that. Other people had some things to say. And at some point, Ross dropped his diss track. Champagne Moments, I think, or something like that. Champagne Moments, something like that. Against Drake, which was alright, you know, it was cool. I mean, it was the side quest, right? We all know what we were here for, you know, so that was more of the side quest stuff. But he dropped Champagne Moments, and then also Kanye dropped his. He dropped the unofficial remix, I guess, to Like That, which is the version that I believe got the cease and desist takedown, which is what Kendrick and Drake were referencing later. I could be wrong about that. Which was crazy. Not the song itself. The song was whatever, you know, but just the fact that it happened was kind of crazy. But then it came and went because, again, there was nothing there. It was just whatever. And he couldn't stand on it. It was unofficial as hell. Then, actually, I lied because the Champagne Moments came out after Push-Ups, I believe. But Push-Ups dropped. This was whenever AI and stuff was starting to become a big thing in music, too. So Push-Ups dropped. But it dropped kind of unofficially. It ended up getting like the first version of it had like a different beat, and also I think it was AI. I don't know. I think it's kind of confirmed. I could be wrong, but man, that shit sounded weird, man. And I've always thought it did. The very first version of Push-Ups sounded like it was AI to me. The unreleased version, before the beat change and stuff, and the lyric change, because there was a couple different verses or a couple different lines at least that was not there. He drops it. Everybody's like, I don't know. I mean, is this it? I think this is it, but why aren't you standing on it? And then he eventually drops a few days later or something like that, the real version of it, which has the right beat, etc. Man, I don't know when this changed, and I caught myself thinking this because I was kind of agreeing with everybody. I was like, yeah, he needs to stand on it. But from my memory, I don't think any of his other diss tracks were official songs. I don't think they were ever released on streaming services like that. I could be wrong. I don't remember Back to Back or Duppy Freestyle, or Charged Up even for that matter, being on streaming services. Those were like SoundCloud songs or something, right? I mean, if I'm wrong, definitely let me know, but so I thought it was kind of weird. I thought to myself, like, when did it change where everybody was like, all right, excuse me, where we all collectively agreed, like, yo, now you have to claim that track. There's no more like kind of sneaky dropping it on the Finsta, fucking, I don't know. But at some point it changed, and I'm not sure when that point was, and I caught myself thinking that too and feeling hypocritical about it, because I was like, should he? Does he really have to? But I guess it's just different. I don't know. Maybe it's just different times or something, but I was definitely wondering why I felt like that and why everybody feels like that, apparently, you know. After that, we waited. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, we waited a couple days. We were waiting for Kendrick's response. Tailor-Made drops, has the AI shit. There's all, again, more discourse around AI, because everybody forgets, like almost like a year, 2 years ago, that Ghostwriter song came out with Drake and The Weeknd. Fucking Heart on My Sleeve. You can still look it up. And there was like a whole conversation about AI music and stuff, and people's likenesses and shit like that. Anyway, Tailor-Made came out. People had this discourse about Pac's voice being used. Snoop had the video where he was, just a weird response, just a strange response. Kind of fence-righty, I guess, but I don't know, but just a weird response. So he had that weird-ass response, and everybody started looking kind of weird. I will speak for myself. I was getting concerned. I still had faith in Kendrick, because the whole time I just wanted a good music and a good battle, because I knew it was going to be something if these guys really went at it. But I definitely knew in my head, I was like, I have a winner. It's probably going to be Kendrick to me. So it was just really funny because I knew Kendrick was going to be the winner. But anyways, it was pretty crazy. The Tailor-Made shit happens. I had to end up losing my spot. The Tailor-Made shit happens. 14 days, 17 days later, something like that, we get Euphoria. And then Euphoria's crazy. I knew Kendrick was gonna go crazy. I just knew it. Niggas was getting worried. That's where I was at. Niggas was getting worried. Because it's been a while, man. It took you a little while to respond. But when he responded with heat. At least to me, a lot of people still love Euphoria, you know? After Euphoria, 616 in LA. And that's when all the whole other shit with Ebony Prince and like that whole other side quests. There was like 4 or 5 side quests throughout this shit. Man, with the picture of the glove and like his shit, and then that was supposed to be his bait for Drake, because they were kind of baiting each other. They were baiting each other with Drake trying to bait out Kendrick's like haymaker, so then he could drop his haymaker. But the thing is, Kendrick actually had a couple different haymakers. So whenever he dropped his, which was Family Matters after 616 in LA, Kendrick dropped fucking Meet the Grams right afterwards, 50 something minutes later. So once Meet the Gram dropped, I think it was Meet the Grams, it was one of the points during the battle, maybe it was multiple points during the battle, We had like 3 songs drop in the span of a couple days, dude. It was so much fucking music to take in. Being with my friends during that time and just being able to talk about this shit, being able to send each other shit. We're at work, we're doing other shit in group chat, talking to each other like, yo, this is insanity right now, how this is going down. That shit will just never ever be slept on. That was some of the coolest shit ever. And just the I don't think anxiety is the word. What's the word I'm looking for? Anticipation of what's gonna happen next was just so fucking cool to be a part of, man. I literally said it in group chat. I can't remember when exactly I said this. Was it Meet the Grams? I think it was Meet the Grams, because I was at work. Drake dropped Family Matters, and I was like, man, this is crazy. This is some shit. You gotta answer to this at some point, Kendrick. Like, for sure, you know? But, 50-something minutes later, Meet the Grams drop. And I'm scrolling through, I think Reddit told me, because I was following both of the Reddit pages. And I'm like, bro, I'm at work, like, finding time to just go outside and get on my phone real quick so I can listen to this whole shit and be like, jaw dropped to the floor. Like, I texted my group chat, I'm like, I don't remember the exact words, but it was something like, I can't believe I'm alive to see this right now, because this is insane, and I don't know if we'll see this again. Like, this is really unprecedented shit. Man, it was crazy. And then a few days later, I think Not Like Us dropped, or like a day later, something like that. Like, Not Like Us dropped, and we know what Not Like Us did, you know. I knew that was a bop off top. Like, you could just hear it and tell it was gonna be crazy. And then fucking The Heart Part 6 came out a little bit after that, and basically solidified this battle as being over, you know. And I think there's a couple other pieces I'm missing in terms of the immediate battle. But a little bit after that, the Juneteenth concert happened. Pop out and friends, whatever. Where all the people on stage, DeRozan and all them, you know, they came out. YG. And Drake's list got this much longer, you know what I'm saying? What was after that? Was it the Super Bowl announcement? It was the Super Bowl announcement. Was after that. And after that, he drops GNX randomly. And then after that, the Super Bowl actually happens. No, before that. After that, I think the Super Bowl actually happens, and then the Grammys happens, and he wins the Grammys, 5 of them. Like, and then throughout all of this, Not Like Us. Oh, not like us. Not Like Us, maybe though, but Kendrick himself, in some way, has basically been on the charts the entire time. Like, top. And has had a song up there running the charts for the whole fucking time. And speaking of running the charts the whole time, there was actually one point, just to go back a little bit, there was one point where all of the diss tracks were trending. All of them. All of them were in like the top 10 or something like that. Like, it's insane. It's so insane how crazy this beat was. So, I mean, some point Drake tried to throw Taylor in it because Taylor was gonna drop, and then Taylor dropped, but then Kendrick and Drake were still in the Billboard, and then it was just Kendrick in the Billboard for real, even after Taylor dropped, and it was just like so much, dude. Boy, it was so much. And now we're here, a year later, headshot for a year, you know what I'm saying, or for a year, whatever. Man, I don't know if he wore that Daft Punk helmet. I don't think he did. Oh yeah, shit. I'm skipping the important shit, or I was about to, because I'm about to end this video in a second. When he started to sue UMG, he did the petition. Fucking what? Like, I mean, it's just so stupid, but that's what he decided to do. So at some point he had a petition against the song Not Like Us, Drake, and to try to get some information to see if there was payola or whatever the case. And I think he didn't get anywhere with iHeart, which was one of the other ones, and something else, Spotify maybe? I think it was Spotify. Maybe Apple? I don't think so. I don't know. And then eventually, today, we have the paperwork from UMG and Drake's lawyers that both came out to them kind of stating their case, essentially. And it's kind of crazy because it seems like the judge isn't dismissing the case. So we'll kind of see what that leads to, but I don't know if that's going to be great for everything. I mean, I'm definitely on the side of him not winning if he does go there, because I don't think that's good for hip hop in general. But yeah. And that's where we're at now, trying to see what's gonna happen next with the lawsuit. So I think that's it, man. I think that's all I had to say. I tried to make it as quick as possible, but even then, I know that there's still so much shit. There's so much shit. But I just can't get it all. This is just off the top of my head. I know if I research this a little bit, this video would be like something fucking serious. So just off the top of my head, that was everything I could get, and I'm sure I'm gonna forget something. Oh yeah, BBL Drizzy in the middle of this, BBL Drizzy beat, the fucking AI Metro Boomin beat came out, and then somewhere in the middle of this, You My Everything came out. I think this was after the beef itself, where he raps on the BBL Drizzy beat. Like, there's just so much shit. And then the fucking We Still Don't Trust You came out, and A$AP Rocky had some more verses. There was other beefs in the middle of this shit. Quavo and fucking Chris Brown beefed while this shit was going, or like after it or whatever. Like, man, there was a lot going on. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I got stuff I need to do. I can't sit here and talk forever, but hopefully I'll get the point. I'm so glad this day happened, that day happened, because it was just so fucking important for the genre. People are more excited about hip hop than they have been in a long time. And it seems like every time people get really excited about hip hop, it has something to do with Kendrick. I'm just saying. Just saying. That might be a reason for that. I know the last time it felt electrifying like it did last year, was Damn. 2017 or something like that. Like 2019, 2017, whatever. Anyways, y'all get it. Love y'all. Be safe out there. Y'all have a good night, man. I'm out.